you and I have been on the Commitment World Tour this year, but we got to go to one on Saturday with Anthony Lonon that I just felt was really special. And thinking back on the whole thing, there was one thing that stuck with me a lot this weekend, and it was a quote that actually came from his dad, Anthony Lonon Jr.
I can remember, when he first started playing football, I was out of town. His mom came to me and said, AJ wants to play football. And I wasn't going to let him play at first. I was like, no, we're gonna wait a little later, let him get a little older. And some of these kids in this room right here, they were already playing, and AJ got a little upset, and he was like, I want to play. So she took him to the Y, and, when I got home, he had his uniform and everything already, and I was like, and then he ran up to me before I could even get out the car, and his mom probably don't even know this, and he was like, Dad, I'm going to be good in football. And I looked at him and I said, how you know you're going to be good? And he said, because you were good. And, I was done. I was sold right then. I was like,
I feel like this is a creative recruit,
Yes.
The creative player. Because, the background about Anthony is really special because, mom has a double dog. And one of those is a law degree from the University of Georgia. And she does not play. And then that reflects in Anthony because what did we learn? 4.2 GPA. We learned that he's the vice president of his class at Clark Central. We learned that he's going to enroll early. We learned that he was the only player that David Perno, former Georgia baseball coach David Perno, the only player in his 10 years at Clark Central that never played a JV game or a freshman game. Why was he not doing that? Because he was already in the varsity. His first two games at Clark Central, he started as a freshman with a broken hand, and Perno had a quip. I thought it was really funny. He's like, we got some guys that go home with a runny nose, and I've got a freshman here that's starting two games with a broken hand. So you see a lot of this stuff with Anthony and the fact that he's a legacy. There's so much about college football that feels like a business. It feels transactional. It feels bags here and bags there. And I think DawgNation resonates a little bit with Anthony's story because it was a lot of stuff. Like he didn't have an offer on January the 1st, and he emailed 100 teams and sent his film out to 100 teams, got all the offers. His last offer was from the University of Georgia, and that's the school he ultimately chooses.